Hello and welcome back to another week of Sambo iRacing. We are back in the BMW M4 GT3, this time at Interlagos for yet another track guide. Now, if you're new to my channel, we do a hot lap, then a breakdown, then we are back in the cockpit one final time, the driving line on. If you do want to race this exact setup, curated by Gianni Lutzu, real-life racing driver, 10.5k iRating, then you can visit our Patreon page. There is a link in the description. We now make setups. Right, let's start the hot lap. There we are, smashing it down the main straight, looking for the 50 on the right-hand side. We brake up to about 75%, try that off down to second gear, back on the gas. Now, if you get it absolutely right, you can go flat through the second and third turns there. But in a race, I will probably be doing a little lift. And now we're flat. Down the back straight, looking for the entrance road on the right-hand side. We go on the brakes up to about 75%, down to third gear, clipping that corner, exit nice and wide, hug it round, tight to the left-hand side, absolutely flat out. As we look for this Marshall's hook on the left-hand side, as that goes by our left-hand window, on the brakes, briefly up to about 40%, long trail off, back down to third gear, back on the gas, clipping that corner, and then over out to the left-hand side, so we've got a nice wide entry into turn 8. We're only in second gear through 8 and 9. Very lightly on the brakes through 9. Right, for turn 10, we're braking as we get towards the tree, down to second gear, back on the gas, head over to the right-hand side, and now we're going to go flat here through turn 11. And we're going to brake halfway along this weird little paved section on the right, down to second gear, back on the gas, exit wide, now cut back across the left-hand side, and we're going to go flat all the way through to the start-finish line. And over and across the line we go in a 131.2. Right, we've got the breakdown coming up next. Okay, so here we are for the breakdown. So this 50 board on the right-hand side, once we get alongside that, we brake initially up to about 75%. We're going to hold it, and now we're going to trail it off only as we start turning in towards the corner. Drop it down to second ahead of the corner, and then we're getting back on the gas, getting our left-hand tyres almost on the grass, if you see. Now, if you position it just right, as I say, you can go flat out through this next phase. But I was within a whisker of getting the off track there, so it's not something I would probably do every lap of the race. However, if you're more skilled than me, which you very well may be, then there's a good chance you'd be able to. Right. Now we're looking to the right-hand side, and just before the 50 board, you see this little road or this little patch in the grass. That's going to be our braking marker into turn 4. So as we get there, we brake briefly up to about 80%, and it's a relatively short trail off this time, down to the apex, back on the gas in third gear. If you get on the gas early enough, you're going to exit wide, but you don't want to be any wider than I am just there. Right, this Marshall's hook number 10. Basically, as soon as that starts appearing in my left-hand window, that's when I get on the brakes up to about 45%. And it's a relatively long trail off, as you can see. High initial pressure and then trail off. For this one, we need a nice wide entry, and we're only braking up to about 30%. Long trail off, down to second gear, getting on the gas. I could have gotten on the gas maybe a couple of meters earlier on there. And then for this next part, we're just doing a light brushing of the brake with our left foot and then picking up on the gas as soon as possible. Again, I could have gone earlier there. I think this is the discrepancy between this being sort of 0.3 slower than the BMW and the Porsche looking back. But I ran out of time. Sorry. Down to second gear once again, picking back up on the gas. Now this bit's straightforward. It's flat. And now the final braking marker halfway along this weird paved section on the right side. We brake up to about 60%. And then we're just going to trail that off down to second gear, picking back up on the gas. You can cut that corner quite substantially. Going to end up out here. And that is the breakdown lap of the BMW M4 GT3 at Interlagos. Once we've crossed the line, and we will swap over, and the driving line version without me talking will be on. Enjoy.